It's Jen from Not So Mystical Tarot. This is going to be your reading for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising, love, romance, relationships. You can find me on Instagram at Not So Mystical Tarot or NotSoMysticalTarot.com if you'd like a personal or private reading. Again, these are July 2019, and they are short. I keep them short so you have time to watch your Moon and Rising, so please do that. We're going to do single, married or partnered, and self-care. So our single Sagittarians, oh, somebody else got this too. I think it was a Cancer. I don't know. You got the Five of Wands. The Five of Wands is like a lot of time-wasting, messy, like stupid behavior. That's all I can. I'm not trying to offend anybody, but like a lot of times we'll say like, well, you know, nobody's asking me out. I haven't had a date. I want to go out but the thing is, like, we're doing stuff that's like wasting time and we're not putting ourselves out there. And I gave the example to the other people that got this, like, you know, like let's say you come home from work and you play video games for 6 hours and go to bed. Well, you wonder why nobody's asking you out, because like you're not out anywhere. Like, no, you don't see anyone. You don't put yourself out there. And this Five of Wands can also be like time-wasting behavior, like stuff like that, you know. Or maybe you're just working so hard that you're exhausted, and when you get home you don't have time to do anything else, and maybe you are just working so hard. That's so funny that Eight of Pentacles came up. Eight of Pentacles is all about how hard you work and the results that you're getting. So you could just be like putting in a ton of work on all these different things, and you're like, gosh, but I have no social life. Well, sometimes you have to back off of this, and it looks like you're really successful at whatever you're working on, and this is like tangible stuff. We're getting tons of pentacles through all of these readings. You know, this is, you know, your career, your home, your physicality, whatever. You're working hard on something, but sometimes we get so focused on one thing we don't pay attention to anything else, and that could be what it is that, you know, if you're always busy doing something, you don't have time to go out and meet people or spend time with other people. So I think what we're saying here is, while it's good to focus on work and focus on the things that are important to us, we also have to like make sure we're not like using up every single bit of our spare time so that we have no time to go do anything fun and social, because that's where you meet people, right? Being out, being fun, being social. So it's kind of a hard line to make, but I think it's really important for our single Sagittarians right now. Is it's important to work hard, but it's also really important to make the time to put yourself out there, and don't like cheat yourself out of that by doing stuff that just like wastes time. You know, don't waste the free time you have doing stupid stuff when you could be out doing something cool, you know, and meeting people and being social. So, all right, we're going to do our married or partnered Sagittarians, July 2019. Oh my gosh, Eight of Pentacles. Okay, this card is just coming up through all of the readings. I think the single ones just got it. Single Sagittarians just got it. And it's come up in the beginning of the other readings too. Everybody is really working hard right now, really working hard, and that's really cool. But sometimes, especially for our married and partnered Sagittarians, you could be working on a common goal, and like maybe you're paying off your house, or you want to save to buy a house, or you're both finishing school so that you can get really good jobs and make lots of money and all of that. But the thing is, what happens when you're really, really focused on one area? Sometimes you lose focus on other areas. And what I'm seeing here is maybe we're so focused on the tangible stuff that we're not taking a lot of time to focus on each other, which is like everybody is having. This is not just you. I am not picking on you. Yeah, you got the Queen of Pentacles here, and the thing with the Queen of Pentacles is she is like really organized. So what I think we're getting here is, while you have this passion and drive to like make stuff happen, like the Queen of Pentacles has everything under control. I feel like maybe your work has gotten to be encroaching a little bit on your relationship, where like the Queen of Pentacles, she has got everything under control. All of her bills are paid, her environment is clean. It's kind of like saying, you know what, I get that you're working really hard, that's really cool, but let's clean up your environment, let's clean up everything around you so that you can spend time with the person that you love. Because it seems like we're really, really focused on work here, which is important, because you got to have, like, I don't know, a house, a place to live, you know, all that kind of stuff, a job. I get all of that, but when all that is said and done, you still want to have a relationship. And sometimes we get to be where we're just working so hard that we just don't take the time. And I feel like this message here is saying we're just not taking the time. Like, for the females, maybe we're so busy with our schedule and all of the things we're doing to be like a perfect mom and a perfect house person, and I don't want to say homemaker, but like whatever, like you pay the bills, whoever's doing all of that, and this can be male or female, it doesn't really matter, but it seems like the focus is so much on the working life and the tangible stuff that there's not a lot of soft emotional stuff happening here, and the relationship needs a little bit of focus. And like I said, I'm not beating you up because everybody is getting this stuff this month. It's very common, and the readings are always like that. Let's get a card for her self-care for everybody that's a Sagittarius. Oh my gosh. Now you watched me shuffle those, right? Eight of Pentacles again. There are so many pentacles coming up over and over and over, and the only thing I can think is that we're just so focused on work that we're not taking the time for our relationships, for our self-care, for anything else. And this is coming up too. The Hanged Man, over and over again. It's like, it's time to look at things differently. And for this, I feel like it's time to look at the way we spend our time differently, because even while it's really important to work, it's really important to like feed our souls, really important to nurture ourselves, really important to take care of ourselves, because if we don't do that, we don't have anything left to give another person. So really look at I feel like look at your schedule and say like, okay, I'm doing all of this stuff, but what am I getting out of it? I really think it's time to look at everything differently. And when it comes to the self-care thing, I definitely feel like we're putting work really above and really making work a priority over the love we have for ourselves and for everybody around us. So please make the time for your self-care in July, because it's really important. We're halfway through the year. It's really important for when we finish the year out to really take good care of ourselves. And like I said, while I'm all about working, I love that. I'm a workaholic. I get it. It is really important to look at things differently and maybe reset our priorities just a little bit. Make some time to care for ourselves. I'm really thinking that's so important, Sagittarius. Please make some time away from work to care for you. Okay? All right. Thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you soon.